You don't need to go to Niagara Falls when you can eat some Brian Balls.
What's going on, NASCAR diecast collectors and diecast reviewers on YouTube? This is original Big Brian here, and today we'll be doing another NASCAR Authentics diecast review. I know you guys are waiting for another one of this, so if you guys probably tell by the title of this video, like I always like to tease you guys about that, you guys will probably already know what we'll be reviewing today. But for you guys who do not like to look at the title and just like to see a new video, then I do appreciate it. And if you guys have not already, subscribe for more, and I will post more NASCAR Authentics diecast reviews. I plan to review most of the 2017 cars that are out for this year, or the ones that I'm very interested in. Well, this one really is caught my attention, so without further ado, I will be doing a NASCAR Authentics diecast review on Paul Menard's 2017 Richmond Water Heater Chevrolet SS from Richard Childress Racing. The one and only, the great Paul Menard. As you can see right there, definitely a lot of cool branding on this car, especially since it is going to be a Menards car. So, gotta get the sunglasses ready for this, and you can see a reflection of me. Hello, that's me. But yeah, really cool looking diecast, as we got the usual packaging from our good friends at Lionel Racing. And this is from the 2017 Wave 3, so collect them all, even though two of them mostly look the same. Hint, hint. But this is definitely going to be a really cool car, and we're going to take an unboxing of this and get a closer look at this beautiful bright car, shall we? Alright everybody, and we got this car out of its box, and you can tell by my video that this car is pretty bright, but it's even more brighter in person. But here is the beauty itself, the Paul Menard 2017 diecast that we got for this year. But before we do that, guys, since this is going to be a NASCAR Authentics review, I will be including the little, with every little NASCAR Authentics review, there is a little, I wouldn't say gimmick, but a little cool little collector item that you get with it, and this time it's the hood. Unfortunately, it's not a magnetic hood, but it's just a plain old Richmond water heaters hood. What's really cool about this one, I think this is one of the first few hoods that we got for this year or forever that does not have the driver's name or number on this. It's the actual hood, so that's some good accuracy right there from Lionel Racing. So that's really cool right there, especially for any Paul Menard fans out there. Shout out to any who are watching this video, if there even is any. But here is the car. We'll be doing a little 360 view of this car, and I do believe he drove this paint scheme at Atlanta Motor Speedway from what I know of. But the Menards cars are very in high demand in various motorsports, not only in NASCAR. You got Brandon Jones driving the Menards car in the Xfinity Series, and then Matt Crafton in the Truck Series. And then I believe like last year was Frank Kimmel's last year, and ARCA, so really nice right there. And even in the IndyCar Series, guys, we've had some various drivers driving the Menards cars. We've had a Team Menard team back then in the late 90s. Just for a little history about Menards, they've been a very big sponsor, but not only with just of course Paul Menard, but also with various motorsports, like I've said. I think they even became a main sponsor for the ARCA Series at one point. So yeah, Menards really loves their motorsports. But this is a really cool paint scheme, and I do admire this paint scheme unlike last year's. I'm glad they went back to the original yellow and black. Can't go wrong with that. I mean, yellow and black really go nice with this car, especially especially it's such an eye catcher when you see this car on the track. So far more better than last year's car for sure, and a whole lot better than the 2014 car, which was another Richmond car that we had. I don't have that car with me because I did not buy it, because it was on the WLS mold and it had white numbers, as I'm sure you guys know, 360 view of this car, because it is quite beautiful. But man, oh man, I mean, it's been a while since we've had a Paul Menard diecast. I mean, well, this is actually the second Paul Menard car that we've got for NASCAR Authentics. If you guys remember from the throwback wave from last year, this was the throwback car that we had, and it was the first time we ever had a Paul Menard car in NASCAR Authentics. And I think even before that, I think, I think we're going to have to go back to Winter Circles when they had one. I know they made the number 15 Quaker State Menards car when he drove for DEI. That was back in Winter Circle days, so that's a nice blast from the past. But yeah, this is a really cool looking car. As I can say right here, I will be doing a little comparison, but it's not going to be an Indy. It's going to be actually, I don't have the 2016 diecast with me, and I'm actually going to do a comparison of the two Menards cars I'm actually running for this year. We got the Simon Pagenaud car from the Bryson IndyCar Series. I hate to put an Indy car in a diecast in a NASCAR video, but this is a great representation, since Menards is a big sponsor, not only in NASCAR, but also in the Verizon IndyCar Series. So that's one thing you really got to appreciate with John Menard and his company. And I've actually been to a Menards before for once. I actually went to an autograph session meeting this guy, Simon Pagano, and it's basically like it's basically like a very huge hardware store. So it's kind of like a Home Depot and a Lowe's, but just with a lot more appliances. So that's why you got all the sponsors right there. So it makes a lot more sense. If you guys have heard the recent news about Paul Menard, he will be moving to the Wood Brothers racing team next year. He will be booted out of RCR, which is very unfortunate, but then again, he's only achieved one win in the Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series, which that was back at the Brickyard 400 in 2011, which was a pretty memorable event and a win for not only for Paul Menard, but also for his for John Menard as well, his dad. So yeah, really nice right there. But what more can I say about this car, guys? I have to say this is my favorite car from Wave 3. It's a lot more better than last year's, I can tell you that. I'm really glad that, you know, Richmond Water Heaters and the Menards car in general decided to go back to the traditional Dangolo yellow and black with the red, with the, I think it looks like a bright red stripes, but it doesn't look that bright on camera, though. But really, really nice looking car. I would, if you guys have found Wave 3 in your Walmarts or Targets or wherever, I would strongly recommend getting this car because I did have a hard time finding this car. So I'm really glad I got this, and I think along with this car and the Jimmy Johnson Lowe's car, that is something I would pick up from Wave 3. But that's all I got to say right there, guys. This has been the NASCAR Diecast review of Paul Menard's 2017 Richmond Water Heaters Menards Chevrolet. If you guys enjoyed this diecast review, please give this video a good comment, like. If you guys have not already, I highly encourage you guys to subscribe to my channel for any more latest NASCAR authentic diecast reviews videos and anything else that's NASCAR diecast out there. But until then, this is Riz Big Bryce signing off. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next NASCAR Authentics video.